Hey, it's Keith, and I've been skipping class for the last 2 weeks now, and I think it's because I have that good old major depression. My family's paying for college, so I feel pretty bad. I feel like a sack of shit. I feel like a total douche, you know? But then again, I always feel like that. I feel like I'm a jerk, a piece of shit. You know, all the good terms that you can use to describe a person. You can use to describe a person. Wow, listening to myself speak really throws off my tone and my rhythm, but it also makes me sound a bit like Vsauce. And maybe that's why Vsauce talks the way he does. It's because he's listening to himself through his headphones. Um, I am still a slut. Update, I'm still a slut. And that's all there is to it. Goodbye. Just kidding. But I haven't had a grinder hookup in a week, which says a lot about how much I've turned to Jesus Christ in the last week. Amen. All those converters on TikTok, whenever I go on TikTok live and show off my assets, they tend to go, "You need Jesus. You need Jesus so bad that I'm gonna comment it like 5 times in a row and argue with all your fans about Jesus." And it's funny. There's a lot of Karens in my comments on TikTok Live. They all want me to untransgender. They want me to stop showing off and think of the children. But when I was a kid, the kids who were when I was a kid, all the trans guys on TikTok who showed off a bit too much taught me bodily acceptance. They taught me that my body isn't something to gawk at in dismay and frustration, it's just my body. And trans people know that first and foremost, that their bodies get them into trouble. Trouble with the law for existing, trouble with their parents, trouble with their sense of self. Bodies tend to be quite the issue. With the public, anyway. Because bodies aren't actually an issue, they're just bodies. And I say this with my presentation, how I present myself to the internet. You can find me on OnlyFans, Fansly maybe, many vids. I get around. Share me. Oh man. I tend to get around on the internet and show off exactly what everyone has made me think is a problem my whole life. Ever since I was 12 or maybe younger, people always thought about what's under my clothes because I'm trans. Trans people get the question of what's underneath on an almost daily basis, and being asked about what's private in a constant daily life, daily morning routine, what's in your pants as you're brushing your teeth kind of way. And that is probably why trans people are sad for the most part. We're quite a sad demographic. I remember laying down on the floor with my eyes closed and thinking, if my life has one purpose, it may as well be to fight the statistics. being trans. And I hope I'm doing that because I'm learning bodily acceptance and sharing it with the world in my own way. My own way. People say bodily acceptance, body positivity with some contempt. Maybe not contempt, but some patronizing vibes. Bodily acceptance is seen as a code word for porn. And maybe it is to some people, to me, honestly. But maybe the lines are blurred between what's teaching bodily acceptance and what's just internet porn. Because honestly, the trans people that I grew up with on the internet, that I've seen, who showed off their body too much on Tumblr back in the good old days when you can post whatever you wanted on Tumblr. NSFW. I learned bodily acceptance from Victor Belmont. Do you know Victor Belmont? I hope you do, because he's a great, great actor and model and Tumblr NSFW connoisseur. I love his content, and I love him. And it's hard to find all of these inspiring trans people without getting into the internet depths of NSFW, which is fine actually, because there's not really anything wrong with it. There's really not. I say that as somebody who posts NSFW almost daily on the internet. And I just think that it's not that big of a deal. It's not that big of a deal. Sex isn't that much big of a deal. People make it into something that you should base your life worth on. Especially trans people. Oh my god, if you're trans and have had sex, you must be some kind of faker. Because you've gotta hate your body, obviously. That's what they say. To me, I think that trans love, trans sex, transsexuality is something to be admired, maybe gawked at, but in a positive way. Because trans people can teach the world a lot about bodily acceptance, about love and sex and gender, of course. But maybe me being an internet himbo with my boy titties out is doing a lot more than people think, is what I'm saying. Maybe I do have a deeper message. I say I just like attention, and I do, don't get me wrong. I love some good old attention, no matter what the kind sometimes. But maybe I've been calculating doing this, showing off and speaking since I was 10 or 12. And I finally feel in the space where I can do that on YouTube, on Twitter, on Insta, on OnlyFans. Follow me on my OnlyFans, and subscribe to my YouTube, please. Please, I've gotten like 10 or 11 subscribers in the past week, and thank you so much. I didn't think I was gonna get any for like a month or so at least. So, I just want to say thank you for subscribing and watching my videos and my inner depths of my mind, my transgender mind and body. I appreciate it, no matter what your reason is, even if you come here to see me as some kind of gender transformative circus boy. Or maybe you're also trans and you see me as a fellow FTM trans mask individual. Or maybe you see me as a freak. Or maybe you don't see me as any of those things and you're just here to watch and you're like, dude, stop being so hard on yourself. Well, in that case, bye.